Yo, what's up guys? Chase Arevalo, and in this video we're going to be breaking down Taylor Fritz versus Nuno Borges, and this is at the Delray Beach Open. And yeah, without further ado guys, let's get straight into it. My name is Chase. I coach at IMG Academy. I was a director at the Rick Macy Academy at 21 years old, and I've coached Lulu Sun, and I've also played Division I tennis. So without further ado, let's get straight into it guys. Notice the chest angle on the kick serve. Notice how his chest is pointing up to the ball, and his chest isn't pointing this way here to the right. His chest is pointing up to the ball. His chest is going up this way instead of pointing this way. Keeps his left hand on the racket until it bounces. Plants open stance. Notice how he's catching the ball above the net height here. He's being more aggressive. Patience in the cross rally. So let's see if did he do the footwork to change direction there? He split steps. Notice how his feet are very narrow here. I'm not saying he can't make this shot, but for Taylor Fritz, this is pretty narrow for a stance. All right, I would recommend neutral balls popping into an open or semi-open stance. Notice how his weight is on his right foot here. He's transferring his weight onto his right leg. His shoulders are completely level when he turns, and it keeps his spine straight. Staying tight to the baseline. Open stance. Gets his right elbow completely straight on his backhand preparation. Notice how his right elbow is completely straight. That's something you can also copy for your backhand. Notice where his backhand on the run target was. Same thing, backhand on the run. Stays patient, goes deep cross again. Open stance. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big split, puts his weight on his right leg. So notice, he got a slice from his opponent. So he rips cross. Look, Taylor Fritz can see his opponent opens up the racket and goes continental grip. Okay, so they're slicing it. So automatically he's gonna have more time now, okay? Now, he's setting up, gets racket head up like he's gonna rip the forehand, but his grip is already, if you look at his hand here, his grip is already in like an Eastern or continental grip. So he decides to go drop shot with his opponent like 10 feet behind the baseline. Goes down the line. That was effective. Great open stance from Fritz. Okay, so here, look at where Taylor Fritz is positioned. Okay, he goes for a drop shot. Okay, Now, the question that you need to be asking yourself, if you're in this same scenario here, right? And just take a look at the full context, right, of the situation before he gets set up for the ball. So he goes line, his opponent goes cross, clips the net, it clips the net and then goes back deep. So this is now the context that he has to make a decision. Okay, should I go drop here? Very simple. What's the question that we're going to ask? Does he have all the options on the menu? Or is he kind of going for this shot as kind of a bailout? I don't think that Taylor Fritz has all the different options on the menu right here. He's behind the baseline. He might be right on top of the baseline. The ball landed deep. It was kind of a weird shot, right? Because it clipped the net and then bounced back. So it's not going to be kind of a standard bounce. And like you can hit that, but are all the options on the menu? I would argue not all the options were on the menu. So it doesn't make total sense for Taylor Fritz to use the drop shot there. And it's also like, okay, if you are going to use the drop shot and you have the context of like the scenario and how it's maybe not the easiest shot that you're getting, then maybe go cross court with the drop shot, right? Let's see positioning wise where his opponent would have been. Yeah, so here, execution wise, it's going to be easier to execute the drop shot if you go backhand cross. Okay, from this perspective, I don't really think there's a major benefit to hitting it over here. It's going to be a similar distance that your opponent has to cover, and I would rather have my opponent beat me with a backhand on the run, getting under the ball, right, from a drop shot on their backhand side than forehand side. I feel like most players will be a little bit more comfortable with that on their forehand side. So that's another reason why I would maybe go cross court on this drop shot. But yeah, guys, that's it for this part of this video. Stay tuned for the next video, and we're going to continue breaking down Taylor Fritz versus Nuno Borges, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you got any value out of this video, like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.